Ellen Kessler on the topic of doing business in Africa. Thank you for joining me, Ellen.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here.
Thanks for joining us again. So I want us to talk about doing business in Africa. And the first question I want us to go into is, there are some myths around doing business in Africa. So I want to know, in your view, what are the fundamental building blocks to working with countries such as Sudan and Senegal?
I think a traditional myth, and I am privileged to live in New York and spend a lot of time traveling on the continent, and having grown up in the beauty of South Africa. I think a lot of the challenges in the West are that the business opportunities in Africa are mysterious. They come with challenges attached to financing, corporate governance, entrepreneurship, educational challenges. And I think a lot of this is misrepresented through simple on-the-ground interaction. And so one of the mechanisms we use to really develop a very strong country platform is through local representation. I have a corporate mantra that we use the HSBC anecdote of the key to globalization is local knowledge. And so we're very much focused on using local talent, local people, local education to develop in country. Once we're in these environments, I find the opportunities to be the greatest in the world. Africa is home to 5 of the top 10 fastest growing economies on the planet. The median age is the youngest of any developing continent. The keys here are just that the challenges to access to capital and access to educational build-out, and clearly, as you can see in in the conference we're attending today, the access to consistent electricity is arguably the biggest challenge to industrialization. And I think once you resolve that, it really, we're agnostic to what operating environment you're in, be it Sudan or Senegal or even some of the more kind of developing parts of Africa. But I think once we've got past geopolitical stability, we find a lot of the risks to be completely mispriced and misperceived in the context of doing business here.
And I'm glad you touched on the access to energy in Africa, to electricity, which is very low. But also there's this drive towards energy transition in Africa or across the globe. The term is relatively new, but it's being embraced. So what are your thoughts on energy transition?
I think one of the things that in attending this conference now for a few years, there's always been a big push on the African continent, given the sunlight and the wind access and a lot of the natural and renewable resource consistency here, to focus a lot on alternatives, almost as leapfrogging. Our system that we work together with a group called Monitor Power Systems AS of Norway. And our approach is relatively focused on natural gas. Natural gas is, to me, one of the least kind of developed resources in Africa today. I mean, I just had the privilege to listen to the Honorable Minister Radebe of South Africa. Natural gas as a percentage of the energy mix here is only 3% penetrated in South Africa, and the standard for the OECD countries is almost close to 30% and growing. And so not to take advantage of natural gas in terms of its relative emissions improvement is, to me, arguably the easiest way to improve the base load in a lot of these countries. And so we're focused on the 600 or so stranded gas, 200 BCF assets that are embedded in the African continent on a kind of micro level. And then on a larger level, there have been incredible discoveries from Senegal, which was Timiscorp and BP, Rovuma Basin, which was Anadarko and ENI, ExxonMobil, and obviously the new Total discoveries offshore South Africa
Yes.
that are going to give an ability to create incredible gas reservoirs. And what that brings is not only domestic transition for power generation, but also an ability to create LNG for export, which as the world transitions, this is a place where Africa can create a lot of jobs, a lot of incremental revenue, a lot of natural GDP growth, and really become a global leader in that transition given its positioning. So natural gas for me is really a major area of focus. And I think in terms of energy transition, I hope that South Africa will embrace that option as well.
Well, thank you for your insights, Ellen. And I really hope that not only South Africa, but other countries which have LNG discoveries, they should be who's pursuing this as well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel now for more industry-related content.